Hey everyone, how are we all today? So a lot of you know if you're if you follow me on Facebook, like my page, whatever. I actually am releasing a Chasing Cars remix on the 21st. The original's by Snow Patrol. It's probably one of my favorite songs of all time. It is a beautiful song. I actually did procrastinate to remixes because so many people have remixes. Out of all the songs that I've listened to, this is probably the most remix I've ever heard. Of course, there is a reason for that. It is so easy to remix. It's because the original is just so, I guess you could say, plain and simple. It's hard to explain. If you're a producer, you probably know what I mean. But yeah, this is probably the easiest song that I've remixed. Cause everything just comes easily. Like the melodies came super easy. Everything just came together really well, and I only spent a good 6.5 hours on this, and already it's pretty much done. So, easy track to remix, but I put a lot of soul into this. Like, I put so much stuff. Like, this isn't the drop. This is probably my favorite part of it, which is at around 340. But yeah, okay, so this is actually, I'm starting this up again. I did start this up. It is a look inside the project, and this time I'm looking at Chasing Cars remix. So let's get into it. So, the intro is probably the most important part, I reckon. Basically, all it is just a bit of a kick drum with some samples from this song. This sample is the guitar riff, and then this one is the plucks, the famous plucks of the guitar. This loop here is actually just a house loop, but I sampled it, so there's no clap. Yeah, and then there's a bit of a white noise here, and this is a filter, a band 7 frequency filter for the strumming, I think it was, yeah. So yeah, as you can see at the start, you can't really hear the strumming because the volume's all the way down. Then it comes back up to around here, and you can hear it. Just a bit of a simple tweak, wasn't really that much. But then here, I added some piano and some extra pluck to, make up for, well, I guess amplify the whole melody thing in the intro. So here we have I'll use Nexus pretty much for the whole thing. Actually, yeah, for the whole thing except for Bow Bass and 3 times Oscillator for the bass. But yeah, this is Mute Guitars 2 and the plucked folder in Nexus 2. Can't hear it for some reason because let's go there. Yeah, you can kind of hear it. It's really quiet, but you can probably hear it. But yeah, that's the thing. And then this is the UK pipes. This is where most of the pluck come from. It's just literally there to accompany the plucks. And then there's some bow bass to add a bit of bass to it, not a lot of bass though, just a little bit. And then there's some piano. It's just basic Nexus grand piano. I think, yeah, added a sound codizer to it just to add some extra, frequencies to it to really amplify the bass, especially in the mids. High, not so much though, but I really like sound codizer. I use it in, I now use it in all of, yeah, this is where all the synths go to as well. So I use sound codizer for all the high-end synths as well. It just makes the sound more full. I love it. I never put it in the master though. That's a big no. But I do like using it in certain inserts. I also use it for some kicks. It's very good. I use it in pretty much everything, honestly. But never put it in the master. But yeah, that just goes with the same things that were here. Now, to the good stuff. This is where the intro kind of stops and then it gets into the actual song itself. I didn't really add too much to this part of the remix. It's mainly just a faster version of Chasing Cars. Here comes the vocals. Very nice stuff. And then here's some piano to accompany it as well. It's just Nexus grand piano again. I added some extra notes there as well. I don't know, it sounded good to me. This is where I think it gets pretty full and really nice. I didn't really add much here actually. This is actually the second part to the song. It goes to the first verse, and then I skipped the first chorus, which is a bit shorter, and then I went straight to the second chorus, which I think, I think it turned out pretty good. The transition there kind of fit together very nice. All I really added here was some piano, some extra plucks, I think yeah, some extra plucks. Then I just added some drums. The kicks actually, they were the first kicks that I found, and I never changed them at all. I think, I got pretty lucky when it came to the kicks. I think I just added some Soundgoodizer, like usual, not too much of it. And yeah, it turned out great. This song has a lot of sampling actually. But now it gets to the drop. And here's when the melody changes. The melody came to me straight away again, as I said at the start of the video. Yeah, very simple. I like it. I think it sounds really happy. And then the break, whatever you like to call it. I think this turned out really well. It's just, of course, that pattern there, but just with more synths. The main one is, if I can find it, is Magnetron, not Jazzy Guitar. Magnetron and Adagio, like usual. I always use Adagio. It's somewhere here. Where is it? I lost it. Ah, there we go, Adagio. Right there. I really need to name these. That's if you're starting to produce. Get into the habit of naming your shit, because I don't. I've never done that. It gets confusing, as you just saw, but yeah. And then I added some really nice breaks here. I actually got that idea from Dubvision, a really nice producer, or producers, and a lot of their songs use these techniques a lot with the breaks. If you listen, especially You and I, it's a song from them featuring another artist, I forgot her name, sorry. Yeah, they always use these breaks, and it sounds really nice. Like, it's not boring, it makes it a bit more exciting. But I put that there. And then the synths kind of start to drag away at the end of that pattern, and then they come back. And I think doing that, it makes this, especially the second half of the chorus part, a bit more full, and it just sounds like explosive at the beginning of it. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna use that technique a lot more now. And by the way, if the audio sounds really jumpy to you, it's because I'm using Primary Sound Driver instead of ASIO for All, because I can't actually record with ASIO for All being turned on. It's a bit shitty, but as long as you get to hear it, it's fine. But yeah, now it's just back to the guitar riff, basically back to square one. But this time it's the second verse. And again, like the first one, I didn't really do much to this part. It's just really the song itself shining, and then a bit of piano to accompany it. But here is my favorite part. It's the part where I just put literally every part of the song into this one part, and I think it turned out fantastic. So I'll give you a listen to this whole part, and yeah. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me just for Honestly, out of the whole remix, that is my favourite part, and it's the part that I'm most proud of. Mainly because it just sounds so full, and I actually didn't do too much to it. I just added a lot of shit to it, that's about it. What I did though, was in pattern 3, I added all the bass, and some strings. I added some strings to accompany it. I think that really made it sound a lot more fuller. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the part that I really like. I hope you do like it as well. Yeah, it just goes back to the old chord progression, and then I actually added some nice piano here. Basically, it just goes down then back up. Yeah, chord progression. But yeah, I like that part. I think it turned out really well, and then just the second drop. And then the second break, but this part is also here. Basically, what I did to the second part of the second break, I changed the chord progression to the actual song, and then I actually added a sample from the original song into this, and I think it sounds really full and nice. As you can see, it sounds really shit though because of the primary sound driver. Like, it sounds really jumpy and over compressed. It really isn't. It doesn't actually sound like that. It sounds a lot better in the original, but that'll be coming out in the 21st, so stay tuned for that. But yeah. And then it goes back to the actual ending of the song.
If I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
And that is the ending of the song, but then you know, I added a bit of an extra ending here. So it just becomes a little bit more DJ friendly, I think, yeah. Then it just has a full drum outro. So that is it for this project. I'm very proud of it. It's probably so far my best work in my opinion. But yeah, I'm so proud of it, and I hope you guys do enjoy it once it's released. And if it has already released and you're seeing this after the 21st of May, hope you like it. I'll definitely put a link in the description below when it does come out. But yeah, I really hope you do like it. I hope you liked this video. I think it dragged on for a bit too long, but yeah, that's alright, I don't care. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. I hope you did like it. I will be doing a lot more of these videos, because I do have a better computer now, so I can actually record. I'm still trying to figure out how I can record with ASIO for All. Once I figure that out, I'll definitely start doing that for these videos. But for now guys, I'll see you later, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like my Facebook page and all that kind of jazz. I'll put them in the description below. Alright, see you guys.